There is a misconception, I think, when you talk about gender equality, that it's only about women's rights, and it's also about boys and girls. It's about older and younger people. For me, gender equality is about both the person and the society. For persons, it means equal opportunities, equal possibilities for everyone to develop according to their wishes, to make their own choices in life, what to do with their life. For society, it means that society makes the most out of everyone's potential, and of course that makes it possible for society to develop as much also as possible. If you make the full use of everyone's potential, gives everyone the chance to fully participate in the economic life of society and make full use of their innovation ideas. Of course that will mean that society will develop much more, and there will be much more resources and a much stronger development. No, our understanding is that, and this is supported by numbers, by opinion polls, is that there is a very strong support in Ukraine for equal opportunities, for a fair situation where everyone has the chance to develop. And I think we have seen quite a lot of progress, in particular in legislation and in changing of rules in various areas in the last years. Of course, that doesn't mean that there are no challenges left. And actually, in this area of gender equality, there is no country where we don't have challenges left. There are still gender inequalities in all countries, including my own country, where we still have a situation where men will earn more than women in similar jobs. In Sweden, this difference is much smaller than, for example, in Ukraine, but it doesn't mean that it has disappeared. In Sweden, there is a very strong political will to do something about this. My feeling from my discussions I have with people is that there is a lot of understanding for the issue of equal chances. People feel that society should be fair and give everyone a chance to develop. That is the first step. Very important second step, and this is where something like the project of gender responsive budgeting comes in, is that you need to have a good understanding of the situation. You need to have facts. You need to have an analysis of how is the situation. And then exactly how you divide the money, exactly what you do, that's a political decision. It's up for the politicians to decide what should be the main focus. I'm sure it will be the other way around, that you will realize that money have been spent mainly on women, whereas you should actually cut the cake more evenly. In further other areas, it is correct to spend more money on one or the other gender, because that is how the situation. This is my understanding, that there is a will in Ukraine to have more fair chances for everyone, that everyone should have a chance to develop. This is about putting the instrument on the table and to use the instrument to have an understanding what you can do to achieve different goals. I'm not concerned about the future of gender budgeting in Ukraine, because we have had very positive reactions from Ukrainian authorities, and there is a great will to use this method. We see now how it's being more and more widely used, with the help of the project, of course, but based on the will from Ukrainian authorities to use it more widely. And I think the more and more people use it, the more people will realize also how useful this is for looking at different groups. It's an instrument that can be used much more widely and should be used much more widely.